Have you ever wondered if the things you see online about boosting your size or potency could actually work? Hi, I'm Dr. Mika Hayashi, and I've spent years helping men navigate the quiet, often misunderstood changes that come with age. Things like circulation, intimate performance, and overall vitality. Today, we're diving into a topic that has stirred curiosity, confusion, and even desperation online. Baking soda. Yes, that same white powder sitting in your kitchen that your grandmother used for cooking, cleaning, and everything in between. Lately, it's been popping up in viral videos promising miracles claims that if you use baking soda, this way, your size, your performance, and your confidence will transform. I want to be completely clear by the end of this video. You'll know what's true, what's myth, and how to use baking soda responsibly without harming your body. For years, the idea that there is some secret recipe or magic trick capable of reshaping the body has circulated. Baths, creams, mixtures with lemon, vinegar, or baking soda suggesting that your intimate tissue is like a balloon that inflates at will. The reality? The human body doesn't work that way. Your size is determined by genetics, hormones, and development earlier in life. What can truly change is how well your tissue fills with blood, the quality of your erections, your confidence, and your overall vitality. This is where habits, and yes, even the responsible use of baking soda, can make a difference, but never in the exaggerated ways the internet claims. Let me start with a hard truth. There is no serious scientific evidence that baking soda alone permanently increases size. There's no cream, no bath, and no miracle drink that alters the structure of intimate tissue. What does exist is a mix of marketing, desperation, and misinformation, all exploiting insecurities. Why does this narrative work? Because size is tied to shame, comparison, and silence. Many men believe they are below average when in reality, they fall well within normal ranges. And when a cheap miracle ingredient is presented, the temptation to believe is enormous. My goal today isn't to sell another trick or promise impossible results. It's to help you take control, understand your body, and see where real improvements are possible. To do that, we need to start with the basics. What baking soda actually is. It's a simple salt, known for its alkaline properties, commonly used in cooking to make dough rise. Medically, it's occasionally used to neutralize excess stomach acidity, or in controlled hospital settings to adjust very specific blood pH imbalances. In sports science, it's studied as a buffer to reduce the acidity caused by intense effort. Baking soda is not a magic powder. It's a precise chemical tool with specific benefits but also real risks if abused. And here's where it ties to your intimate health. Male response depends on circulation, nerve function, and hormones. Anything that improves blood vessel health, blood pressure, metabolism, or inflammation can improve firmness and expansion, but nothing changes size structurally. Conversely, things that harm circulation, like excess salt, uncontrolled hypertension, sedentary habits, obesity, or smoking, directly reduce your tissue's filling capacity. Part 2. Misuse of baking soda and real circulation lessons. 450 words. Now, imagine this. A 65-year-old man, let's call him Ernesto, watches a video claiming that taking baking soda on an empty stomach every morning for a month will restore his size and performance to what it was at 20. He doesn't ask questions. He doesn't look for evidence. He just follows the instructions. A large tablespoon in water, every day. At first, he notices small digestive discomforts, bloating, occasional nausea, but he pushes through, thinking it's part of the process. Weeks go by, and things get worse. His blood pressure rises, his sleep quality declines, and his intimate performance becomes unpredictable. What went wrong? Ernesto didn't change his size. What he did do was alter his internal balance. He increased sodium intake, put strain on his cardiovascular system, and created general discomfort, all because he followed an unsafe shortcut that promised more than it could deliver. His body was sending clear warning signs, but the allure of a miracle blinded him to the risks. Contrast this with Luis, a 58-year-old man who also hears about baking soda but approaches it with care and context. He understands that his true focus should be circulation, not size. He uses baking soda in moderation, perhaps in cooking to reduce acidity in certain dishes, or occasionally in a warm bath for mild skin irritations, but never as a magic potion for growth. He prioritizes walking daily, managing weight, reducing ultra-processed foods, handling stress, and building confidence with his partner. Here's the key takeaway. Circulation is the real factor behind firmness and confidence. Baking soda can support your routine safely, but it's never the main solution. Warm baths with a pinch of baking soda can soothe superficial irritation, chafing, or sensitivity, especially in men with sweaty or sensitive skin. These baths act on the surface, not deep tissue or blood vessels. They don't enlarge or reshape anything, but they do improve comfort. And comfort matters. When you feel fresher and cleaner, confidence naturally rises, which can positively influence your perception of your own performance. The oral use of baking soda is even trickier. Small, occasional doses can relieve mild acidity, but turning it into a daily ritual to enhance size is dangerous. Each teaspoon adds sodium, which in men already prone to hypertension, kidney issues, or cardiovascular stress can increase vascular stiffness and reduce circulation. In other words, it can actively harm what you are trying to improve. Using baking soda as a supposed male tonic confuses its actual role in the body and can backfire. Here's the liberating perspective. When men chase size, what they usually crave is confidence, stability, and reliability in intimate performance. True gains aren't in centimeters, they're in fewer failures, less fear, and more control. Proper circulation, balanced blood pressure, healthy sugar levels, and a calm nervous system are the real game changers. Misusing baking soda can sabotage all of that. Think of your body as a delicate system seeking balance. Promises of alkalizing your way to potency grossly oversimplify complex physiology. Let's take a closer look at how baking soda can actually be used safely, without sabotaging your circulation or overall health. The first rule is respect. Baking soda is not candy. It's not an innocent supplement. It's a chemical tool with real effects. If you use it as an antacid, follow the product instructions, and never improvise large doses you've seen online. Men with high blood pressure, kidney disease, heart issues, or on certain medications must consult a healthcare professional before consuming it orally. For skin use, moderate dilution in warm water is key. Gentle sits, baths, or washes can soothe superficial irritation, but never apply it directly to sensitive tissue or rub aggressively. Think of calming relief, not enlargement therapy. And if you notice redness, discomfort, or persistent irritation, stop immediately. Now, let me tell you about Martin, a 62-year-old man who came to consultation fully convinced that size was his problem. He had tried everything: exercises, massages, homemade baking soda remedies, mixed with lemon or other substances, and ended up with irritated skin and growing frustration. When I asked him what he truly feared, he didn't speak about centimeters. He spoke about shame, fear of failure, and the pressure he felt from his partner's expectations. It was not his size, it was confidence and circulatory health that needed attention. Through careful evaluation, we discovered high blood pressure, poor sleep, extreme stress, and a sedentary lifestyle. We set aside all the gimmicks with baking soda and focused on what truly mattered: walking daily, adjusting medications as needed, improving rest, and opening honest communication with his partner. Months later, Martin's size hadn't changed, but his erections were firmer, more reliable, and most importantly, his confidence had completely transformed. That is the lesson here. The body's expression is far more important than the illusion of growth. When baking soda is used wisely as a gentle skin aid or occasional dietary buffer, it remains a helpful tool in a larger self-care system. The magic isn't in the powder, it's in your arteries, heart, and mind. Your self-perception changes, your nervous system calms, and your confidence grows naturally. Men often report that they feel more grounded, more present, and more capable, even before dramatic physical changes occur. Another key point is the role of your partner. Age-related changes, slower responses, longer recovery, less automatic reactions are normal, yet many men isolate themselves, searching for dangerous shortcuts online. Indiscriminate use of bicarbonate can dry out skin, disrupt balance, and increase sensitivity. The safest and most effective approach often begins with honest communication. Telling your partner, "I noticed some changes and want to take better care of myself. Can we talk about it?" Small steps like this support intimacy, circulation, and confidence far more than any powder ever could. Now that we understand the role of baking soda as a gentle helper rather than a miracle solution, let's talk about what really drives male vitality and intimate health. Your circulation, nervous system, and confidence are the pillars of performance. Far more than any kitchen ingredient. Think of your body as a delicate ecosystem. Everything works together. When one part suffers, the rest struggles to compensate. And the good news is, this system responds remarkably well to simple, consistent lifestyle strategies. First, movement is crucial. Walking just 30 minutes a day stimulates circulation, improves heart health, and supports healthy blood pressure. It may seem basic, but it has a direct impact on how well your intimate tissue fills and responds. Sedentary habits, on the other hand, create stagnation that even the best powders or pills cannot fix. Combine that with proper hydration, and your blood vessels can function optimally, allowing your body to express the potential that already exists. Next is diet. Men often overlook how powerful nutrition is for intimate health. A diet rich in vegetables, fruits, healthy fats, and quality proteins, while limiting ultra-processed foods, supports vascular function and reduces inflammation. This helps your tissues remain flexible, responsive, and able to maintain firmness. Small adjustments like reducing excessive salt or sugar can make a measurable difference in circulation over time. Pair that with adequate sleep and stress management, and your hormonal balance stabilizes, which is vital for natural responses. Equally important is the mind-body connection. Anxiety, fear of failure, and stress are silent killers of performance. Confidence begins in the nervous system. As you take conscious steps walking, eating well, sleeping, and communicating with your partner, you signal your body that it is safe to perform. Suddenly, the body is not restricted by tension or self-doubt, and circulation improves almost effortlessly. This is where baking soda, when used responsibly, fits into the bigger picture. It can relieve mild acidity or soothe superficial skin irritation, but only as part of a comprehensive self-care routine. It's not the driver, it's a helper. The primary work comes from lifestyle habits that improve the internal environment for circulation and intimate health. When these habits are aligned, you may notice firmer responses, greater stamina, and a newfound sense of control and self-assurance. Lastly, remember that this approach restores presence and dignity. Real improvement is about feeling capable and confident, not chasing a misleading promise of inches gained overnight. Men who embrace these principles often find that their intimate experiences become more satisfying, predictable, and enjoyable without relying on extreme tricks or viral hacks. Now that we understand the lifestyle foundations, it's time to discuss how baking soda can be used responsibly without creating more harm than benefit. The key is respect and context. Baking soda is not candy, not a magic tonic, and certainly not a shortcut for increasing size. It's a chemical tool with specific uses. When misused, taken in large amounts, daily, or without understanding your health, it can increase sodium, stress the cardiovascular system, and strain kidneys. For men with hypertension, heart issues, or kidney concerns, careless use can do more damage than good. But when applied thoughtfully, it can be a gentle support. For example, small amounts dissolved in water can neutralize occasional stomach acidity, and warm baths with a pinch of baking soda can soothe superficial skin irritation. The effect is comfort, not growth. And comfort matters. Feeling clean, fresh, and relaxed reduces performance anxiety, which itself improves circulation. Confidence, as subtle as it may seem, directly influences blood flow. When a man feels safe and relaxed, vessels respond better, tissues fill more effectively, and performance becomes more predictable. Timing and moderation are critical. If using bicarbonate orally, do so occasionally, never daily unless advised by a doctor. When bathing, keep concentrations low and avoid direct or aggressive application to sensitive tissue. This approach ensures that your skin, local microflora, and underlying vascular system remain balanced. Think of it as supporting your foundation rather than trying to reshape the structure. Now, let's bring this together with holistic circulation strategies. The morning walk, proper diet, hydration, stress management, and sleep act like signals to your body, telling your vessels it's safe to relax and expand. Baking soda in this context is like a gentle nudge. It doesn't drive the results, but it complements them. Over time, this combination produces subtle yet meaningful changes. Firmer tissue, improved responsiveness, and reduced anxiety during intimate moments. Men often report that the shift in confidence appears even before physical changes are dramatic, which is a profound psychological boost. The takeaway here is clear. Baking soda is a minor player in a major system. Your real gains come from lifestyle choices, vascular health, and mental calm. Misplaced focus on shortcuts not only fails to deliver, but can create setbacks. The moment you reframe the narrative from chasing size to nurturing circulation, comfort, and confidence, everything changes. You stop chasing viral promises and start taking practical, evidence-based actions that restore control, dignity, and vitality. Let's bring everything together into a practical, realistic 30-day approach that focuses on circulation, comfort, and confidence without chasing viral shortcuts. For the first 2 weeks, start simple. Each morning, before coffee or breakfast, mix 1/4 teaspoon of aluminum-free baking soda in 8 ounces of water. If you like, add a squeeze of fresh lemon. It supports kidney buffering and feels refreshing. Drink it slowly, mindfully. This is not about alkalizing your body overnight. It's a small, consistent signal that supports your internal balance. During this phase, pay attention to subtle changes: warmth, improved responsiveness, and a feeling of energy. These are early signs that circulation is responding. Weeks 3 and 4 build on this foundation. Continue the morning drink, but introduce gentle baking soda baths 2 to 3 times per week. 2 teaspoons in warm, not hot water for 10-15 minutes is enough. The goal is to relieve superficial irritation, improve tissue elasticity, and support microvascular expansion. Avoid rubbing aggressively or applying it directly to sensitive tissue. These small, deliberate steps reinforce comfort and help your confidence grow, which itself positively influences vascular function. At the same time, maintain lifestyle habits that are the true drivers of functional size. Walk daily for 20-30 minutes, hydrate adequately, prioritize sleep, manage stress, avoid excessive salt and ultra-processed foods, and, if needed, adjust medications with professional guidance. These practices protect your circulation, support hormonal balance, and help your nervous system regulate intimate response. Over time, your tissue fills more effectively. Erections become firmer, and your overall vitality increases. Remember, realistic progress is gradual. This is not about turning back the clock to your 20s, it's about optimizing the body you have now. Most men notice meaningful improvements between 2 and 4 weeks, and those gains compound with consistency. Confidence, presence, and calm emerge before dramatic physical changes. That shift alone transforms intimate experiences. Finally, baking soda's role is supportive, not central. Used wisely in small doses, it can assist comfort and internal balance. But your real power lies in habits, circulation, and mental calm. The moment you stop chasing myths and focus on evidence-based strategies, you take control of your vitality, dignity, and confidence. Your real size isn't measured in centimeters, it's measured in self-assurance, steady performance, and the way you carry yourself in life and intimacy. If this video helped you see the truth behind myths and gave you practical tools to protect your health, share it with a friend who might be struggling, and subscribe for more evidence-based guidance on male wellness over 50. Take action today. Your circulation, confidence, and vitality will thank you.